Hey guys! So today on my Facebook I was asked a question about how to make brows even. And what she meant is, like, when she fills them, she spends a lot of time on them trying to make sure like they're the same length and the same height and all that goodness. So I'm just going to show you a quick little way to do it. All you need is your typical brow supplies and your concealer. I'm using a MAC 208 angle brush. This is my favorite brow brush. I really gotta stop saying so much. I got a Sonia Kashuk spoolie, and that's just to comb my brows out. I have some, so I'm really trying hard not to say It's hard. It's really hard. I've got some concealer here. This is actually not concealer, it's an eye primer, but it was a test product, but I love it as concealer for my brows. Perfect for my brows. And, well, this is a lip liner, so I guess you need one extra thing, but only because this is a really long one. So, what I'm going to do is I've got one brow already done, and that's what I would suggest, is do one brow and then you can match the other one up accordingly. You could measure both brows if you want. I just think doing one and then matching the other to that one would be easiest. And then you don't have to mark two brows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my concealer brush, and I've just loaded it up with a little bit of concealer on the tip. And the first point I'm going to mark is the end of my brow. So I'm going to line it up on my eye where I have the end of my brow here. I'll zoom in a little. That'll probably help. You can see it's right about to the bridge of my nose. So I'm going to go ahead and mark on this brow with my concealer. Little mark there, see that? That's where the end of my brow should come to, right about. Let me see if I measure that. It is a little lower than if I measure correctly. You can see a little bit of concealer coming out the bottom, but that's because we're trying to match it up with this brown, not necessarily the whole eye, typical eye thing. Now, so now I'm going to do it at the top of my brow. I'm going to level it here and show where this point right here, right there. So that's going to be the point of my brow. Okay, and then the inner part, if you want to measure the inner part right there. Now you've got 3 points in your brow, like your 3 basic points to where your brow should meet up. Because you're using concealer, not an eyeliner pencil or anything like that, it will blend out a lot easier to get rid of. So now I'm just going to go ahead and take my angled brush and fill in my brows according to my marks. And when I did this mark here, it's going to be the top of this mark that is the line that I want. And hopefully this works out, because like I said, I always just eye mine. So I'm going to go ahead and start my line here. I brought that line down to that mark there. And it'll fade out a little bit once I fix everything, it won't be as harsh. Now I'm going to go up to the bottom of this point here and fill that in accordingly. Okay, so now my brow is filled to all those marks there, and I'm just going to go in and blend out my concealer just by taking my concealer brush and kind of sweeping over it and defining this line here. And the nice thing about this is you can use that concealer that you put there to clean up your brows. You shouldn't have to put much more concealer on your brush after that. You just take the concealer and blend it out and clean up the lines with the concealer that's already there. And there we have it. I believe they're even. So now all that's left really is highlighting your brows, and I'm going to use Mineral Maven's Draga because this is what I have on my cheek, and it's kind of like the whole theme that I'm going with today. So I'm just going to take a chisel pointed fluff from Crown. This is C209. The brush is C209. And I'm just going to go ahead and highlight my brows, just a little bit of this Draga, which is this nice, it's like a champagne color, but with a gold reflect instead of a silver reflect. And highlighting your brow will make it look a little more lifted and finished. Just finished. And voila! There we have it. Even brows and a pretty simple way to do it. And I hope this helped you. Anybody who is wondering how to create even brows without having to sit there for, you know, and play over and over and over and over, because that's how I used to be. Like, I would do one brow and then do the other, and then one was shorter, one was longer, one was higher, one was thicker, one was thinner. But now that I've been doing it for a little while, I kind of got the grasp of it, and I'd say eyeing it has come a lot easier. You just have to practice a lot with it. But yeah, if you have a hard time making them even, just do a simple little trick. You could even use a white eyeliner pencil. I had my NYX white eyeliner pencil, but I just feel like concealer is probably better because there's nothing to hide. There's nothing, like, you don't have to worry about having a white mark on your face that you can't get rid of, or a black mark or anything like that. You just use your concealer, and then you've got something to clean your brows with afterwards without having to reload your brush. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it helped, and I think I already said that, but that's okay. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!